Welcome, Team Dripping Oils, and welcome to our Fall 2018 launch. This is really exciting as we move into what I call our busy season. November and December are historically, for most businesses, are the black seasons where they actually go into the black, which means into the profits. And I really want to help you who are dipping your toes into sharing this as a business or jumping in with both feet. We're going to identify that, and we're going to give you tools and set you up with those tools so that you can, of course, bring an income to your family, and then also share these powerful tools and essential oils with others. So to welcome you to my team, welcome you to this call. If you don't know me, my name is Kathy Alldredge. I've been sharing doTERRA for 8 years, and keep in mind that the company's been around for only 10. So I've been with the company for quite some time. I am a business coach, I'm a wellness coach, and I introduce myself as such. And I'm going to give you really great tools through this 5-week training on how best to introduce yourself and when people ask you what you do, and of course how to connect with people and share these oils. So I was introduced to the oils 8 years ago by my upline, Kari Ryan. She shared with me a small bottle of Digestion, and that Digestion changed my life because it introduced me to the possibility that there was something natural, cheaper, more effective, and simple that could help change my life. And because of that, I have continued to share that with others. I invite you yourself to act on the things that you learned today and the results that they can bring, of course, from the actions that you take. So I suggest, and we're going to go over some ground rules of what this looks like, okay? I am not just showing up here to educate you. I am showing up to help bring you to action, right? Because action creates the results that we want. I want you to commit to playing full out, watching these videos live, participating, or watching those within 24 hours. Something that I'm going to ask for you as well is to have fun, right? The reason why we build a pipeline is because we're having fun doing it. There's a community here. Get to know who's in your team. Get to know who's in your cross team. These are powerful relationships and also accountability that you can create to have that as well. So I am going to go ahead and move on and let you see a little bit about what we are going to be covering tonight. This is me. These are my Diamond photos. As when you reach Diamond, you actually get an opportunity to have an article in our leadership magazine, and they will pay for a photographer of your choice to come and take photos of your family. So these are photos from my Diamond pictures. Diamond pictures, yeah, right, from that magazine photo. And these are my 3 children who have been part of this journey. And just to kind of let you know, they can tell you the compensation ranks. They can tell you how many executives it takes to create a premier. They can tell you that it takes 54 elites to become a presidential diamond, right? Because I have involved them in this business, and this is a family business. So yes, when mom is gone teaching classes or in the office like I am right now, teaching you, they know, and they're invested in that as well. So let's talk about you. You came here for a reason. Okay, you are on this call for a reason. And now I want to kind of talk to you about how this will run. You are welcome to use the chat function during our Zoom. Those of you who are on live, I think it's very valuable to create dialogue along this. That will help facilitate me so that I'm not just always talking to you. We are here to help you create and launch your business. So how this is going to run, of course, we talked about this in 5 weeks. I'm going to piece this out in just a moment. But for right now, I want you to think about, why are you here? What do you feel like you're missing or want to know about starting a doTERRA business? And how do you want that to feel? I think it's really important to understand that A lot of times people join doTERRA with the hopes that this is going to be fun and really want this to be easy. And it can be. In fact, I was talking to one of our builders today and I simply said, building a doTERRA business is actually really, really easy. What's not easy is scheduling the time to do that. And so once you've discovered how to schedule the time and create time to create success, you are going to be able to create the success that you want. Now, those of you who have filled out the Google form that accompanies this launch will notice that some of these questions are there. And we want to hear it. We want you to really think about inside, what is it that is driving you to create a doTERRA business? What do you want that to look like? Why are you going to be committed to taking the actions you need to do to take control of your business? Okay, just want you to think about that for a moment. I am right here. Don't worry, I haven't gone anywhere. Okay, and as we jump in a little bit more, I want to talk about what this launch looks like for you. So a launch, of course, is representative of a rocket. Okay, a rocket, meaning a rocket takes a lot of fuel to create the force that it needs to get out of the atmosphere, right? In fact, it creates so much fuel. One of the things we've discovered when building this business is that those who launch their business within a short time period, whether that's a 4 to 6 week period, are those who have the most success. So we're going to kind of discover what that commitment is for you, where your success level is, or where your temperature is, what level you want to play at, and then how to get there. So in the next 7 days, maybe many of you are planning on having a loyalty rewards order processed on November 1st. I know I am. That's 2 days away. I want to make sure that I'm going to get those holiday items before they get out of stock. That always happens every year. They never guess enough, and we all go crazy those first few days, actually in the first few hours. So if there are items, just to kind of give you a heads up, that you really want from the holiday catalogs, then I highly suggest that you get on and order those items. So add these items if you don't already have them in your collection. Okay, you have the Healthy Can Be Simple guide. You have the Live guide. Okay, you have the Share guide, and you have the Build guide and the Launch guide. A really easy way to get these is to order a class in the box, and you'll get all of the guides except the launch. You're going to need to add that on there separately. The class in a box is a really smart way to get yourself set up for classes, because it comes with all those materials plus 10 wild oranges for about $25. And you can add that to your loyalty rewards order so that the shipping is absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so if you don't have these guides in front of you, I suggest that you get on to the website and access these guides. You can get that at the doTERRA.com, Advocates tab, and then go to Empowered Success, and you will find these guides. Okay, and we're going to refer to these during these 5 weeks trainings, but tonight we're going to focus on the Build guide. And I really like to do this because I don't know who invited you to this launch. And I don't know if you've had what I like to call the business overview, meaning what this could look like for you and your family. So I want you to think about your commitment and why you've decided to be here today. Maybe, like myself, you are hoping to bring in a little bit of extra income so that maybe your daughter can take violin lessons or attend ballet, or you're looking to maybe pay for your son's lacrosse team activities. I know that's really what drove me. Was we were paying our bills just fine, but there was no extra. There was no extra money to pay for all those little extras in life that we wanted to have. I came from a middle-class family where it all was accessible to me. In fact, I mean, I never had a question if I was going to have school clothes. And I think many of us felt that way. Many of us did have that opportunity because our parents made the same amount of money as their house cost, right? They're making $50,000 a year, which was probably huge, and their houses cost around $40,000, or whatever that looked like for you. But today, in our world, Our house is probably average American house is around what, $500,000, and the median income is under $100,000. So you guys do the math. Okay, if you're working a traditional job, chances are you're not paying your bills. Okay, so two of you are working and you're working your little tails off, and there is no time to get to ballet lessons, or if there is, that's all you do is you get home from work, you're taking your kids to lesson, and there's no real connection time. So we're going to want to walk through a little bit about your commitment, because part of our goal with this camp, okay, and this is launch camp, is to make sure that we anchor the commitment to your strong foundation. And the build guide is something that can really help facilitate this. So I want to walk you through some key portions of the guide. Those of you hopefully by now have seen the pipeline video. And if you don't, that is homework outside of this launch, okay? You know that you're hoping to build that pipeline, meaning you're committing to spend a little bit of extra time to bring in the extra income that you need for your family. Now, this is page 3 of the build guide. And there's a lot of data on this, and it kind of talks about why doTERRA. And I want to spend a little bit of time about why each of us has the opportunity to make an educated choice to partner with doTERRA. I want to let you know that I chose, and I did the homework to partner with doTERRA because I got a chance to meet those executive owners personally and know what they stand for and understand and feel within my own heart who they were. And when I was introduced and told that the company would never go public and that it was a privately owned company, and the co-impact sourcing, I don't know if you know the beginnings of doTERRA, but of course, as they broke off and created their doTERRA, they had to go find funding. They had to find funding for their business, and they went to New York, and Donna Karen actually offered to support 51% of the creation of doTERRA. And they talk about being in the middle of Times Square and just saying, how could we give this up? I mean, that's 51%. The amount of money needed to start something like this was astronomical. And instead, they chose to mortgage their homes and put everything they had into building this as a business. So I want you to think about what you're willing to sacrifice. What are you willing to sacrifice with your own time, your resources, maybe even money, to create your dreams? If the owners were willing to do that, right, what does that mean for you? So I want to highlight some of the things on this page that I think are most valuable. And one of those is the fact that we have a 65% retention. And I don't know about you, but I think that retention piece means that when your water is flowing into a tub, that you can put a plug in the tub and all that water is going to stay in the tub, meaning all the people that you enroll are going to fill that tub up, right? That's what a 65% retention rate means. Whereas industry is about 13%, that means the water is running and the plug is not stopped up at the bottom of the tub, and all of those contacts continue to run out, and you have to continually recruit. So that's why I love the fact that I'm partnering with doTERRA, because this page shows us that we can create independence within ourselves. This is our business. I don't know about you, but it's pretty powerful to know that I can go to myself and ask myself for a raise. I get to decide how much I'm willing to make and what actions I'm willing to get there. Yes, I have a cold. And yes, I am taking oils. I can't tell you, I'm taking like On Guard soft gels several times a day. I've got cardamom, I've got lime, I've got breathe in the diffuser. You know, I just realized I haven't taken my vitamins today, so I'm going to make sure I do that after this. So, whew, right, got that cold. So again, this is a great refresher. If you haven't had a chance to really look and consider what this will look like for you and what change that will make. So this page is really, really cool. In fact, this is the page where you can choose your path. You get to choose your path. And those of you on here, and I'm seeing your names, some of you are new, brand new. Some of you have been around for a long time. You get to decide how you're going to incorporate doTERRA into your lives and the partnership, what that looks like. Many of you already have your own brands and established networks, and doTERRA is simply a part of that. Others of you have never worked before, and this is like, you know, you've been a stay-at-home mom, and this is something that's going to be entirely new. Keep in mind, most of the six-figure income earners with doTERRA had never done network marketing before. And this is where you get to choose your path. This is where you, if you look at the right side of the page, this is where, this is kind of what we like to call, excuse the Harry Potter reference, but the sorting hat, right? You kind of get to choose what house you want to be in. And I really like this. We've heard this explained as pathways. This is where you get to self-select yourself. What's your level of commitment? If you're simply wanting to get your product paid for, this image is going to tell you how many hours a week that you need to be putting into this, and what your goals should be within the next few months. I know many of you who have coached with me before have seen me put a similar document out called Time to Rank. And these are very similar in that, where you can see the actions that are needed to create that income, right? So if you're thinking an additional $300 to $1,000 a month would be amazing, right? So then Elite Premier is probably your income goal. And you can see within this pathway that Elite is within 2 to 3 months and Premier within 6 months. That would be your goal. And you could reach that working 3 to 5 hours a week, okay? 3 to 5 hours a week. You guys, that is like how long a church meeting is for me, like 3 hours. And you're telling me that I could build that kind of income? Do you know that 70% of Americans would greatly improve their lifestyle with a $500 increase to their income? I firmly believe that there's two walls to our foundation, of our financial foundation. And one of those walls to our financial foundation of our home, right? Our finances, if we consider it being a home. And one of those walls is the income that we can receive. And the other wall is, of course, the budget that we create within, or the spending habits that we have. And if we can increase one of those walls, we are going to increase the size of our house, right? And I love that analogy. So these are the three pathways. That first one, you know, you want to get your products paid for. Awesome. And we're going to show you how that could work for you. You get to decide if you want to just simply supplement your income. Many of our builders who are now the six-figure income earners just kind of started there. They were working full-time jobs, and they recognized that this could bring in some additional income for them, and they allowed it to supplement their income. Now, again, that time commitment is going to be in direct result of how fast you build. I like to see that here. It's, of course, all of those foundations start with Elite, which is that rank of $3,000 in volume, moving to Silver within a 6 to 9 month period, and Gold to 1 to 2 years. I know personally, since I've had a chance to introduce the business to many of you, that this is many of your goals, okay? And I want to show you what you should be spending your time doing within those 10 to 15 hours and what that could look like for you, okay? Now, I think that people sometimes get a little bit worried about what they should be doing, and that they have to go out and invite every single person in their family, and their neighbors aren't going to want to talk to them. I'm going to tell you this right now. That is not how we build a business. Okay, I help and connect and help you, teach you how to authentically connect and truly share the products that you have. I know without a doubt that the essential oils have helped me and my family in such a huge way. I feel an obligation and a sense to share this with others. And I know many of you feel that same way. So recognize that there are many people out there that are hoping and searching for not only answers to their health, but answers to their finances. And if you embrace and learn the compensation plan and learn the way to share this authentically with others and just do it from your heart, then you are going to attract those people into your business who will want to do the same. So that third pathway is the one who wants to replace their income. And this is someone who puts both feet in the boat and says, I am all in, and does the actions needed to be able to create that. So you can see that someone like myself who works 15 to 30 hours a week is very conscious with the time that I put in, and very conscious with the time that I'm putting in the right actions and that I'm doing the right things. That's Elite in a month, of course, always. Right? Silver in 2 to 3 months, and Diamond within 1 year to 3. So someone who's going to be building like that is someone who wants to launch their business, right? And enroll maybe 8 or more customers and 2 builders monthly. So guess what? You get to decide your level of commitment. Each one of those has a different income earning possibilities, but it's important for each of us to understand this. So I'm going to take you to this. If you look at that, under that picture there on the left, it shows this couple sitting on a rock staring into the ocean, okay? And I actually love that picture because that's exactly like my dream day, right? I'm with my husband, we're somewhere hot and warm and possibly, have a nice drink and things there. And I want you to decide. You get to decide what you'd like to create within your doTERRA business. Okay, and this is where this is going to help you answer and maybe even help you create the goals that you want. I want you to think, is it earning more? Is it working smarter and doing what you love? What's going to make the biggest impact of your life? You are the author of your life. I want you to imagine your life is a movie and you are the director. You actually get to choose the characters that play within your life. You can fire them, hire them, right? You can move people out of your life by the actions or the relationships that you create. So I want you to realize that you get to create this one beautiful life. Do you want that life to be a life of debt-free? Do you want to have a generous savings account? Do you want financial freedom? Okay, I don't know about you, but that is a goal for me. Originally, when I first started building doTERRA, it was to have a little bit of extra income, but now I see the pathway to becoming absolutely debt-free and the financial freedom and what that will mean for my family. And if that's part of your goal, then you're going to want to partner with maybe our free to give program and discover that there's tools within doTERRA to help you make the goals that you need. So I want you to think about what you are creating with your doTERRA business. Right? Is it time freedom? Building your dreams? Guys, it could be all of these. I just want you to recognize that doTERRA could be that vehicle to help you create the dreams that you want. You want to travel? I know a doTERRA leader that wanted to put her kids in private school, and that was her whole reason for building a business. And then when she was able to do that, then she said, oh my gosh, I had to realize I had to dream bigger. Spending more time with your family. I don't know. Brad has had the whole month of October off. He hasn't flown once. And it has been so much fun to spend that time with my family. And because he's been home, it's given me an opportunity to fly to many of you, right? And participate in helping and building your business too. So you can see as your business grows, you're going to be able to have that and be able to create that intention as well. So what level of success do you want to fulfill? In that Google form, you had an opportunity to put what your goal was. I want you to get so clear, and I'm excited if you have big goals, but I want you to have a goal of what do you want to happen by now till the end of November. That's it, okay? I've run a marathon before, maybe many of you as well, but if you start that first day running and you are thinking about how in the heck am I gonna run 26 miles, and I even say that, is it 26 miles? Oh my gosh, it's 26 miles. Thinking about that even now scares me. And I've run a marathon, and I don't plan on running one again, but when we were training for it, I knew I could break it down into small chunks. I knew like the first day, I just had to go out for like 15 to 20 minutes. And that was totally doable. So these are the milestones. These are the little, all I want you to think about is what you want to create between now and the end of November. Okay? Awesome. This is exciting. So I don't want you to miss the little clock here on this image. What time do you have to give to your business? Because this is how you feed your business. How you treat your business is how your business will pay you. And you have to choose the commitment that you want to create, your commitment that you want to give to your business. Oof. So we are going to go through, of course, the whole launch tonight. We're just going through that build portion so that you can understand how you build a doTERRA business. Many of you, again, are brand new to this. And I want you to see that it's actually quite easy to build a doTERRA business. This build guide lays out a plan for you to build your business. And we like to do it along in the way that we call the pipes. each one of those representing a specific area. Now, within this 5-week training, we are going to be breaking that training down into each one of those areas, the PIPES. The P stands for prepare. This is how we're going to make sure that you feel confident and you're prepared to educate others. You have the materials you need, you have the oils that you need, and you have the script and the confidence to be able to invite and present. This is where you get to prepare yourself, prepare your names list, prepare your schedule, right? Make room in your calendar, and possibly, many of you have just gotten your oils, prepare your heart and prepare your heart with the product experience with you and your families. This is how you fill your cup. Because when your cup is full, you can't help but invite others to discover what you've just discovered. So the next section we want to go through is invite, present, and enroll. And this is kind of where we talk about the IPing. You'll hear a lot about the IPing. And this part's key. This is what you do with your prospects. This is the core of what we do. This is how we change lives. And this is how you build your business. You invite, present, and enroll. This is how you move forward in your business and your rank. And you are going to have tools and make it really simple to be able to move forward in that. Okay, and that last section is support. This is the follow-up section that's most often forgotten. This is how we fill that proverbial tub I was explaining to you about. After you enroll these people, you have the responsibility that they have the resources to flourish. You're going to learn how to nourish those relationships and create lasting relationships of health and wellness. This is where you get to enter into what I call that coaching relationship. I want each of you to know that, yes, you can call yourself a coach. You don't have to go get a certified aromatherapy certificate. You don't have to get a life coach certification. You get to be a doTERRA coach with the simple training that we are going to give you in the next 5 weeks. The goal is to keep the people that you enroll as lifetime customers. And how we do that is offering consistent support. When you support your customers, they stay with you, right? And this is how it can truly contribute to residual income for years to come. We are a catch them and keep them company and not a love them and leave them company. And you're going to see that as your leaders have connected with you through the years. As you choose to partner with doTERRA, you can be confident that, guess what? You have just partnered with the #1 direct sales company in the nation and the 3rd largest direct sales company in the world. And a lot of the things we do is simply just sharing, enrolling, and teaching. And we don't necessarily need to sell or target people because we just do the same process of inviting, presenting, enrolling over and over again. And we build up this giant army beneath us. So I remember when Justin Harrison just introduced these simple 3 steps, right? So how do you enroll people? Okay, I bet all of you have questioned that a little bit before, right? The first thing we have to do is be our own best customer, okay? What products are in your shower, right? What skincare products are on your counter in your bathroom? What about your laundry, okay? What about on your counter? Do the oils sit in the kitchen counter? Do you have diffusers in every room? Use the products and make sure you have a commit to the products themselves, okay? And if you don't love a product or you have what I call a disbelief in a certain product, go do some research. And especially when it comes to the Long Life Vitality, which is the product that is the #1 selling product for doTERRA, you need to discover why. Why is that? Challenge yourself to go study a little bit more about that. So it's exciting to see in the chat some of you voicing your rank commitments between now and the end of November. I'm excited. I'm really excited, and if you hold on till the end of this, I'm going to show you how I'm going to support you into creating those as well. So second piece is you share doTERRA. I want you to see here for a moment the connection. You see that oil dripping out of that bottle, how beautiful that is, and the hands held open. We are a direct sales company. Direct means you teach this person to person, belly to belly. That is how you will have the most success, physically getting in the presence of another person. I've seen it over and over again. The times I've been the most successful are the times where I'm actually teaching classes in someone's home, encouraging other people to host classes. In my own 7-8 years of journey, that has been the time I've been the most successful. And the third is you get to teach others. You get to teach them about the products. And you get to teach them about the doTERRA lifestyle. It's that simple. It really is. That is the 3 steps. That is how you do doTERRA. Okay? That is how you're going to get a 6-figure income, by just simply doing this process, teach and repeat, teach and repeat. You share, teach, and repeat. Okay. So if you think you can do that, right? When we share oils, there's one key thing that we want to look for. Okay, we want to make sure whoever we share these oils with leaves with the feeling of, I could totally do that, right? So when you teach a class, you don't want to be so miraculous that someone thinks, I can never be that. I remember when we first started teaching our classes, we used big words like sesquiterpentine and gas chromatograph and try to use all these big fancy words. And people kind of shied away from doing this as a business because we were too knowledgeable, and they thought, I can never learn about oils the way she knows about oils. And I really want you guys to have the same goal for all of us today. Okay, is I want to make sure that after we finish today, I want you thinking about, I could totally do what Kathy just did, right? I could totally do what Kathy just did. And the simplicity of this. I'm not a perfect presenter. I make stumbles over my words, and I've just learned through the process to be able to, create the success that I have. So I've showed you a few slides as well out of the Empowered Guides, and of course a couple sections out of the Build Guide. And together, all the guides we have for you today are called the Empowered Success Program. I want to show you how to get those guides, how you can download them. You can actually download them from the tab under doTERRA.com. Empowered Success is right there under the Advocates. And really simply, you can download those. You can see here, there's a little drop down. You'll have the Live Guide, Share Guide, Build Guide, Launch Guide. The Help It Can Be Simple. If you don't have these in your hands right now, then you can simply download them and view them as we do this process. You can print them and have a copy if you'd like. I love to have the colored copies, and I want you, it's kind of funny, but order some of these for yourself and allow yourself to mark them up. I want you to see, and I'm so happy I have this one in front of me right now. This is my Live Guide. This is the one that I use to do my lifestyle overviews. And can you see my notes all over that? Okay. Those are my notes all over this, because when I do that Live Guide, I look at my notes too. And these guides are really priced affordably in your back office, you guys. The color paper, the printing, it's beautiful. doTERRA wants them to be shared. doTERRA wants you to give a Live Guide with everybody that enrolls. They want you to use a Help It Can Be Simple guide with those of your prospects who are interested in that. They're available for like 37 cents each. Or you can buy them in 10 packs. I always suggest buying them in 10 packs because something magical happens when you commit to having these guides in your home and carrying them with you. Customers and opportunities will magically appear, and that's part of the law of manifestation. When you commit, and how many of you, I'm so excited to see many of you posting the ranks that you want to create by the end of November, because that is now bringing that rank towards you. And I love that many of you have even posted 2 ranks above what you have created, and you're ready to go all out. You're going to have handouts to share, or you can download to share. Okay, share them with the people you meet, whether it's electronically or physically. Create conversation, create a tangible experience where they have something to take away at the end. They're really beautiful. Okay, now we get to decide and maybe kind of teach you a little bit more about these guides and what's the purpose of each of these guides to tools to build your pipeline. We've talked about the pipes, right? The prepare, the invite, present, the enroll, and support. And now each one of those has a job title, meaning they're going to do the work for you. How cool is that? I remember when we first started doing doTERRA, we didn't have these things. We had a little A to Z guide and oils, and we just had to kind of show people how to use them and then show them how to get them. These are tools to build your pipeline. It's like having, like when you think about your pipeline, the metal pipeline, it's like having no physical tools, meaning no wrenches, no hammers, whatever, right? And then be given those tools and know that you could build that pipeline that much faster. Okay, so these tools are really exciting. We're going to go through each one of those individually to help them build your pipeline. So each one of these has a job title. Okay, the Healthy Can Be Simple helps you to share and invite. Inside that Healthy Can Be Simple has, you know, individual oils and examples of those. Okay, here's the deep blue that I'm sharing with you, and this is what it does for you. Aroma Touch is really great for self-care, and I know that's something that you had voiced, right? And not knowing, of not getting the relaxation, and then you feel overstressed. So here's a sample of Aroma Touch, and this will show you within the guide how to use that. Okay, of course, A to Z guides are fabulous, and if you can invest in A to Z guides, you can get those from Oil Life. They're awesome. Okay, they give more targeted approach, a little bit more treatment specific, but the Healthy Can Be Simple is a great introduction to oils. We are going to go through the Natural Solutions class and the Emotions class. These class handouts are very inexpensive, and their purpose is to help you enroll your prospects. Then you take them through the Live, Share, and Build. These guides help enroll people in the Loyalty Rewards program. The Share Guide is what we call a soft launch guide that helps commit people to build, meaning gets them a little bit of a paycheck from doTERRA by simply opening their home and inviting others to learn those oils, about those oils, and allowing you to teach them. And then that green build guide is the commitment to host, the commitment to build. And I think they've kind of switched those around a little bit, but I do like to call that share guide as the soft share, a soft build guide. And then, of course, the launch guide, if you noticed within our doTERRA family, I'm going to kind of pop back here a little bit so you can see this. We have the Live, Share, Build guide. It goes to launch, and then it goes right to Premier Train guide. So the launch guide is what we used to call our elite guide. Okay, because when you launch, we hope to help you create elite in a 1 month period, or however long you want that launch period to be. But recognize our ranks are based on calendar month. November 1st, everyone in doTERRA, including myself, goes back to a 0 volume until purchases are made within their downline to take them up to the ranks that they need to. So every rank we have is based upon volume. So you're paid 2 ways from doTERRA. You're paid when people order on their own accounts on the Loyalty Rewards program, or if you enroll someone, right? So if they're purchasing product from their own accounts, whether it's retail from you or on their own account, or you're enrolling someone, and that's how you get a paycheck from doTERRA. So I want to finalize the build guide and recognize that we are going to go right into the launch guide next week, which is November 6th. Okay, and then I'm going to show you some of the homework that you have between now and then. So these are the first 3 steps to launching your business, and all of you have this homework. Okay, so in that piece, the build guide, we've reached those last couple of pages. As a builder, you're going to want to make sure that you have these experience listed here, that you've seen a natural solutions presentation, or what we call the introduction class. Okay, that's your challenge. I'm going to put links up on our Trello board to be able to watch those presentations, but recognize they're also in your back office. You just have to put natural solutions presentation, and you will find that. And that you've had your own lifestyle overview. If you haven't had your lifestyle overview, please reach out to the person and enroll you and ask them to give you that, because that is your first coaching session, and that's how you will understand the possibility of a lifestyle with doTERRA. We want to make sure that you've learned how to share with others, that you know how to build a names list and schedule presentations. Okay, you're going to know this process and experience these so that you're able to walk your customers through the same process. So at the end of the build and launch guide, when you have reached that, right, that piece, I want to kind of talk a little bit about the actions. Number 1, we've talked about living the wellness lifestyle. We just talked about getting the natural solutions presentation and getting yourself enrolled, right? I hope none of you would be on this launch without having oils in your hands and understanding the process. One of the other things that I want to talk to you about is getting set up to share with others. You're starting your names list, okay? I don't care how you plan on sharing this. This is a very valuable tool. Open up your phone, open up Facebook, discover who it is that you want to. This is kind of what we call like a name dump. Those who you want to share with and those you know that would be open to the possibility of utilizing. And don't make decisions for people. Don't take them off your list before you even put them down. Everyone deserves to be on your list because you'd be surprised. Even those who aren't into natural things would be open to the possibility once they had that experience, okay? Now, we are going to look at our calendars, and we are going to make space in November to share 3 presentations with 3 or more people. Okay, I'm sharing this lightly because if you're one of those pathways, the first one we talked about, that simply just wants to get their oils paid for, awesome. We're going to help you share with 3 or more people. But if you're someone who's looking to supplement your income, then you're going to want to make sure that you have scheduled time to create classes in your calendar. And we're going to show you how you can get hosts to do this for you. One of my very favorite launches is Joanne Porter. And I don't see Joanne on here, but I'm sure she'll watch this recorded. Joanne and I had physically never met. She was excited. She jumped in both feet. She wanted to replace her income. And I flew down to Phoenix and we launched her in 3 days. She had 3 separate hosts that she had prepared very well, had given samples to all of the participants that had come. So they had had experiences, right? We're going to teach you how to have this kind of momentum. And of course, she hit elite in her first month. So if that's the kind of experience that you're looking for, then you're in the right place. I'm excited to coach you. I'm excited to launch your business. You get to choose, if you are brand new to this, how quickly you want to build to elite. It's okay if you want to say, I'm going to spend November inviting and sharing, but I really want to commit to reach elite in 60 days. I highly suggest that elites are created in 30 days because I've seen the most powerful momentum with that and builders that come on board with you. So coming to the end of my presentation, and thank you guys for the makeup compliment, Miss Allison. I really appreciate you. I want to show you how I am going to show up and support you in this process. And this is the part I'm really excited about, okay? So I am excited to announce that Team Dripping Oils will have a promotion that supports you in your goals. And I know many of you are doing launches within your own individual teams, and there's going to be promotions that are often through there. Awesome. But this is a universal promotion that I would like to offer the month of November to all of those in my downline, Kathy Alldredge, the Dripping Oils team, who are looking at meeting their goals. So let me explain this really quickly. And I hope that you see that this is a highly generous offering to help you and to reward you for your actions. I love having prizes. I love it. It's so much fun. It's fun to have, like, it's almost like a game, knowing, okay, if I hit executive rank, I'm going to get the new Harvest Spice and Diffuser. Okay, how many of you are excited about that, right? I want to know how many of you are planning on hitting executive, so I know how many of these to stock up on November 1st, right? Now, those who hit elite for the first time in November are going to get that doTERRA backpack. How many of you have that doTERRA backpack? I love that doTERRA backpack. It's one I carry. In fact, I was going to show it to you. It's my purse. And people know that I share doTERRA. They see that in the backpack. It is amazing. Now, those who hit Premier, okay, get the backpack, get a 9-pack of the touch kit. You guys, this is a $170 touch kit. So if you've not reached Premier before, you will get the backpack and that kit. Guys, that's over a $225 value, excuse me. Now, if you hit silver for the first time, you are going to get the backpack, the touch kit, and $100 in oils of your choice. I want all of you to hopefully work towards that rank of silver. Those of you who have touched upon Premier or have seen that in the distance, many of you are relaunching. And I know and I want you to recognize that November, December, and January are months that you can qualify to attend leadership with us. So I would love to have you, and leadership is in March, and we have Atlanta and San Diego. I might be attending both. I haven't yet decided, but I know we have team and leaders that are going to both locations. So I am excited to help you have success. I'm going to do a short, quick overview of those of you who haven't had an opportunity to look or participate in what I call Trello. Trello is a Pinterest board of sorts where you can kind of put up small posts. It allows us, those of us who aren't on Facebook, to get the information out that we need to. So let me show you real quickly what you're going to be doing this week. So aside from those build challenges that we asked you to create your names list, put that down, create space in your calendar to hold classes in November, get really conscious. I want you to look at, we've put together the first week or pre-week before we begin. You can see here we have a before we can begin checklist, right? This is what hopefully you have done, or you can get done in the next 5 days before we meet again. I want you to create a business consult with your upline member and mentor so you can decide your level of play. I want you to commit to 125 PV. 150 is best. Those who know the power of 3 understand that 150 is really what a business builder should be committing to, a personal product before the 15th of each month. You guys, I say this over and over again. Why would you give up a free oil from doTERRA? Why? Okay, create a separate checking account for your doTERRA business right now so that you know your doTERRA money, your doTERRA paycheck goes back into that account so that your grocery money does not have to pay for your oils. Get those oils paid for within those first 30 days and you're never going to have to worry about that 125 to 150 PV commitment. Okay, off my soapbox. Now you're going to gather the needed business materials you need by ordering the Empowered Success class in a box or the materials that you have in your back office. Add those to your loyalty rewards order that you're processing on November 1st or 2nd. Okay, recognize those items don't give you PV value, but they're highly valuable in getting yourself set up, and that's what we're focusing on, is that preparation piece. I want you to request to join the Dripping Oils Business Builder Facebook group if you're not on that, or the Dripping Oils launch. I always suggest to pin them to your shortcuts on Facebook if you know how to do that for quick access. I don't spend a lot of time on Facebook because I know it's a real time sucker, so I like to go right to my groups. Now, I want you to put this on the horizon that I'm going to ask you to complete and submit the StrengthsFinder 2.0 test before the end of November, and I'm going to even make an edit here. They have an app. Share your strengths on the app with me. It is really easiest for me that way. I believe I'm registered under there, under my email. So that way I have access to your strengths. It really helps me as your leader to be able to access the strengths when it becomes time for me to call on, like when I need leaders to do specific things. Now, if you need help with your back office, Mike and Megan Norp of Norp and South, our Blue Diamond Lines, they have a fabulous website that can help you learn how to access your back office. And learn more about that. The password is HOPE. This is for us, right? If you need help kind of figuring that out, it's a really great place. Now, I have several videos here that are very short, under 5 minutes, but there are core videos that I want you to have in your arsenal. What's going to be really cool about this Trello board is that you're going to be able to go here and then be able to clip these videos and send those to, like, you can go down here and right click on that link, right? Copy that link and send those to friends and share that video. So that first video is the Why doTERRA video. It's a beautiful video that you need to see. It's just something fun to share. I say turn up the music. It's a short, sweet one that kind of shows you the lifestyle of living a doTERRA lifestyle. I think it's important for you to recognize the co-impact sourcing. Why does that makes doTERRA different? That third video I want you to watch is Jared Winger. Jared Winger is one of your upline presidential diamonds, and this video speaks to the efforts and the income that is available at the same time. So this is really helpful for someone who needs to build a belief in the process and what you are eligible to be paid for. Now, this last one is really talks to network marketing. The Van Down by the River is a very funny video. Those of you who've seen Chris Farley in that SNL skit about the network marketing. That's what we used to think network marketing was. And so I love that James Bybee addresses that right from the get-go. So I'm excited. Thank you all. I'm going to continue showing up for you in the way that I am, but as in our coaching past, I usually would open up these last few minutes for discussion, but because of the time frame and what the content we need to do, I am now going to be shifting our live coaching to noon on Wednesdays. So in the past, those of you who know that are on the Dripping Oils team, we did a team training at 7 p.m. on Tuesday night, and then I did a live teaching a particular practice on Wednesday at noon. So instead of now opening up to the recording or to discussion now, I want to be aware of the time, especially our East Coast team that is on here, and I believe it's now 10 o'clock at night, to give you that time to, of course, process what we've learned tonight and join me live tomorrow. I will post that link in both this group and then of course our Dripping Oils business group at noon, so that I can connect with you there and hopefully answer and applaud your efforts in this process. So thank you all. I'm going to go ahead and stop recording,